Hi everyone, welcome. So here we are, we're going to talk today about the course and the AP College Board website. So if you go to apcentral.collegeboard.org, and I will have links to this on the Google Classroom, you can find a whole host of information that will talk about the course and it will talk about the exam. But I'm going to take you through a little bit of this now, and I will be making a series of these videos because I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to hear me in the tent, so I want you to have these really so that you can listen to lessons in advance of class, and then when we get to school you can do some actual work and ask me any questions that you might have then. Okay? All right, so on the College Board website it takes you through different, and if you have other AP exams and classes that you're sitting for, it can take you through all the different exams and courses. But this is the AP Computer Science Principles page, okay? And what it will do is it'll talk to you about the course, classroom resources, the exam, okay? And it gives you a series of promotional videos and everything else. And talks about the need for really why it's so important, because it doesn't really matter what you go on to do in life. Even if this class doesn't inspire you to become a computer scientist, it certainly is going to help you to do any job that you might go on to do. So let's just talk about what the class is and isn't, okay? So there have been some changes from last year to this year. Of course, all these changes are happening at the same time that we are going through this pandemic. So a lot of the changes are unknown to you, but it's a big stretch and difference between last year, both curriculum and the test itself. So we'll talk about what this means. So there are 5 big ideas. And the 5 big ideas that they want you to, with pulling the lens back on the course, are creative development, data, algorithms and programming, computer systems and networks, and impact of computing. And within each one of these are the idea of, practical computational thinking and the practices, and how through the practices you'll walk away with a big idea and it's kind of like a larger picture of understanding. Okay, so this will also be shared, but under creative development it's just collaboration, program function and purpose, program design and development, identifying and correcting errors, data, understanding how data is stored, compressed, exchanged, manipulated within a computer. Algorithms and programming, how do we make computer programs work for us and accomplish a task and a set of instructions. Computer systems and networks, the internet, how it works so well, and everything with that would be from the tangible, literal, how does the internet work, to the protocols that allow it to work, the collaboration amongst people and groups. And then the impact of computing, just really what are the ideas around equity and access, and how computers and the internet have helped us and hurt us, and all of the kind of legal concerns around computers and ethics around computing and the internet. And then if we turn here, we'll talk about the exam. So the shift this year is that last year you had to do 2 projects, submit them, and those 2 projects were worth 40% of your grade, and a paper test was 60% of your grade. This year it's changed. So I'm going to actually just read through this, and I will put the link, and I want you to read through this too. But the AP Computer Science Principles exam assesses student understanding of the computational thinking practices and learning objectives outlined in the course framework. The exam consists of a create performance task at the end of course AP exam. So this has stayed, and this was one of the 2 projects that did exist last year, and now this is the only project that you're going to be turning in prior to the paper and pencil exam this year. Okay, the create performance task requires at least 12 hours of dedicated class time for students to complete. And so what this means is that you're going to be given 12 hours while on campus to work on this. And hopefully when we start this, you'll be able to not have to social distance, but don't worry, if we are still social distancing, we'll make it so that you are collaborating. You collaborate with a partner. So other than that task, you're also going to have an end of the course exam that's 2 hours long. Sorry about my dog. And includes 70 multiple choice questions. The multiple choice section will include 3 different types of questions, and they talk about it down below. Okay. Single select questions, that means you're going to pick A, B, C, D, 1 answer. Single select questions with a reading passage about a computing innovation, and multi-select questions. So then that just means that there are 2 correct answers out of 4. At least that's how it's been. As part of the exam, students will be given the exam reference sheet, which is an appendix, which contains both block-based and text-based programming constructs and establishes a common way to communicate programming concepts for the purpose of the exam. So what does that mean? So because people are walking in on test day from different schools, everyone is going to spend the year learning different computer programs. So some schools teach this course using a computer program called Python, some Java, some JavaScript. We're going to be doing JavaScript. Some just spend time working in Scratch. Because of this, the College Board it's called pseudocode. So they just have their own program that's, by the time you sit down to take the test, it's going to be very easy to understand and can translate from any one of those computer programs that different kids around the country, around the world, are studying into one computer language pseudocode for purposes of test day. Okay? Nothing to worry about. And then, so that's going to be worth 70% of your grade, and 30% of your grade is the performance task. I can't stress to you enough how putting the time in to the create task is so worth it, because then it alleviates a little bit of pressure on test day. Okay? So this is the distribution of your multiple choice questions. So this is of the 70% of your grade. You're going to have these 70 multiple choice questions. 10 to 13% of the questions are going to be on creative development, 17 to 22% on data, 30 to 35%, so that's most of your questions, are going to be about algorithms and programming, computer systems and networks, 11 to 15, and impact of computing, 20 to 26. So that's your second most important. They're all important, but it's the second most weighted question. Okay? So how student learning is assessed on the AP exam, and it talks about, and it weights it in comparable ways to the multiple choice questions. Okay? And this we will worry about, and we will talk more about as the year progresses. We don't have to worry about this. It's just important that you understand the basics right now of what the course is. And I will also put this PDF on the Google Classroom. Okay? We're going to end here. I just want you to have an understanding right now of what the course is and what the exam is going to ask of you. And then we'll get into the actual work and all of the links to code.org. And you have already Code HS. But I'm going to give you all of these things to join in the first couple of sessions so that we're all on the same page and ready to go once everyone's in school. Because as you know, the first month, different grades are coming in at different times. And so to get us ready for when we're all in school at the same time. Okay, so You can refer back to this. You can also speed these up. That's fine. I'm okay with you speeding through these, and it's good for you to refer to these later. All right, take care.